A frustrated Met Police marksman unjustifiably shot a rapper in the head with the intent to kill as he sat in a stationary car, a court heard. 24-year-old Chris Kaba was killed by a single gunshot following a pursuit in Streatham, South London on September 5, 2022. He had been trying to escape a police hard stop in his Audi when firearms officer Martyn Blake shot through his windscreen. Jurors heard the decision to shoot Kaba, who was months away from becoming a dad, was not reasonably justifiable or justified. Blake, 40, has gone on trial at the Old Bailey, charged with murder, which he denies. Opening the case today, prosecutor Tom Little, KC, said it should be a remedy of last resort for a firearms cop to shoot and kill. But he added, the body-worn footage from cameras on police vehicles reveals, we say, that it was not necessarily to shoot. The immediate risk to both the defendant and his fellow officers at the scene did not, we say, justify at the point when the trigger was pulled, firing a bullet into the vehicle that Chris Kaba was driving. That is why we say that this case of murder, rather than the use of lawful self-defence or lawful defence of another by the defendant. The Old Bailey was told Blake may have become angry, frustrated and annoyed by Kaba refusing to obey requests by the police. He had been stopped on the residential street as his Audi had been linked to the reports of a shooting in Brixton the night before, it was said. Jurors heard he had at one point reversed a short distance backwards, striking the front of a police car that was blocking him in. Kaba had also previously attempted to drive forwards, but there was not enough space to get through. But the court was told that at the point the rapper was shot, his car was stationary. Mr. Little said, there can be no doubt that the defendant must have intended to incapacitate, and we say to kill, Chris Kaba. He shot him once straight to the head. He was trained to use a firearm and, if necessary, to shoot knowing that almost inevitably death would follow, and this is what he did. The defendant did this when Chris Kaba was sitting in the driver's seat of an Audi motor vehicle with both of his hands on the steering wheel. The prosecutor said Kaba did nothing in the second he was shot that justified the defendant's decision to shoot. Kaba's mum was comforted by family members as the case was opened this afternoon. Blake denies murder and the trial continues.